Hello and good morning. Welcome to Leave It Love, the channel. I come on here and it's like I don't want to talk about the courthouse. I don't want to talk about the courthouse every day, but the whole thing is no one does their job. No one does their job. No one does anything about the case that has been filed since March 1st of 2024. You know, I was an employee for 15 years. 15 years since 2006. I worked in the Bronx Supreme Courthouse and I was just a court aide. I did notaries, I did divorces, I did passports, I did certifications, I did everything. Everything there except work in the law department. I was like, if I knew the law department, I would know law more. I would know the law more. But I just know the process of the paperwork. I know how it goes. And I know what has to be filed, the summons and complaint, and you have to have the affidavit of service filed within 45, 35 days. Like, okay, but I learned law. I learned the business requirements. It's because I went to college. I went to school. I was like, I'm being discriminated against in this job, and I wanted to be knowledgeable of what I'm talking about. I'm complaining. I'm suing the courthouse for so many things, racism, sexism, harassment, bullying, stalking, making the work environment hostile and uncomfortable, the sabotage of confidential information. You know, these are the things that I wrote in 2014. But when I was going to school, Devry University, an online college, and I'm learning the laws. I'm learning the Civil Rights Act, and I'm learning discrimination laws. I'm learning all these things, and it's not right. They're not supposed to treat you this way. It's against the law. And I'm like, I worked in the courthouse for 15 years, and I didn't know these laws. And these are laws that have been in effect since the 1970s. I learned about the Rico Act. That's from the 1970s. And I didn't know anything about the act. I'm learning about it in school, and it's talking about everything that is going on in the courthouse. So Google is my friend, right? The RICO Act, or Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, is a U.S. federal law enacted in 1970 to provide enhanced criminal penalties and civil remedies for acts performed as part of an ongoing criminal organization. So it's organized crime. Whatever is going on in the courthouse is organized crime. It's very controlled. Everyone's a part of it. And it's just like, oh my God, when I read this, that's how I knew it was criminal activity in the courthouse, because everybody's a part of it. That's just the AI overview. The purpose and the history of the RICO Act, is for targeting organized crime. The primary purpose of RICO was to dismantle the mafia and other organized criminal enterprises by making it easier to prosecute leaders who were not directly involved in individual crimes. So you see, is the leaders, is the people in places of power. They have the power. Then they have the minions. They have all the little people that work for them, that all the little people that's doing all the corrupt things, and they don't realize this is against the law. You're not supposed to be doing it. It's an organized crime because the leader is not doing the crime. He has all the little people doing the crime. So they get locked up. They go to jail. And it's not on them. Focus on the enterprise. The enterprise is the unified court system. Instead of targeting isolated crimes, the law allows prosecutors to focus on the overall criminal enterprise itself. It's the fucking courthouse. It's the unified court system, because they're all a part of it. They all cover for each other. They all do it. In every single borough, they do it. They do it. And this is law. This is why the RICO Act was invented, you could say, in 1970, making it a powerful tool for disrupting and dismantling organizations. It's an organization. The unified court system is an organization. How it works. The pattern of racketeering activity is a violation occurs when someone engages in a pattern of racketeering, which means committing at least two predicate crimes within a 10-year period. Is money. They're stealing money from people. They're stealing the money from the courthouse. Then they hide it. They hide it. Nobody sees it. How you don't see this shit? It's a big unified court system is a big system for the entire New York State. And nobody sees this shit. Like, how can you not see this shit? And then everybody's a part of it. Everybody has their hands in it. Everybody gets a piece of it. And it's a lot of money, millions of dollars is in here, and they're stealing it. They're stealing it. It's like, oh my God. This is Rico. The Rico. This is what a Rico is. An enterprise. These predicate crimes must be committed in connection with an enterprise. They're connected to the courthouse, the Bronx Supreme Courthouse, the inheritances, the lawsuits, the files that are missing files, millions of dollar lawsuits. Where is it? They have lawsuits in the courthouse dated back from the 1900s. You know, people come in and they want copies of their grandparents' documents or whatever. And it's archived, it's in a book, and they have to go in the book and look for it. So you have files from 100 years ago, but you can't get this case from 20 years ago. Why? Who was messing with it? Who entered it? Who deleted it? Who destroyed it? Like, you got to look into all this stuff. An enterprise. These predicate crimes must be committed in connection with the enterprise. It's connected to the courthouse, which is any group of individuals associated in fact or a legitimate organization that affects interstate commerce. Interstate. So it's just connected. Everyone is connected. Everyone's a part of it. Enhanced penalties. RICO provides for severe criminal penalties, including significant prison sentences and forfeiture of assets obtained through criminal activity. Civil cause of action. It also allows victims to file civil lawsuits to recover damages for losses caused by the criminal enterprise. I'm going to sue the fuck out of the entire system because they're stealing money. They're stealing from me. And I've been saying they've been stealing. They're stealing. They're hiding the document. Nobody wants to answer to my court claim. Nobody wants to answer to it. Nobody wants to answer to it, or then it's going to be awarded and then they're going to steal the money. Like, what the hell is going on? Why no one has anything to say about the court case? But you know what? And this is law. I have to look up the law. Only reason I learned these laws is because I went to school. I went to Devry University, and they're talking about these laws. And I'm like, oh my God, like, this is everything that's going on in the courthouse. I'm like, oh my God. You know, I'm a student. I'm learning. I'm always learning. Okay, civil cause of action. You can sue them. You can sue them for what they're not doing. You're not doing your fucking job. I can sue you for not doing your job. And then you're a part of the justice system and you're not doing your job. I can sue you. Everyone needs to fucking sue the courthouse for their failure of not doing their job, for them losing your documents, for them not doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to do their job. The file is supposed to be there. Why is it missing? Why is it missing? Because they sabotaged it and stole the money. That's why. Whatever. Broader applications. While initially focused on the mafia, it's mafia associated. RICO crimes is associated with the mafia, mobsters. The broad definition of enterprise has allowed RICO to be used in cases involving street gangs, corrupt corporations, and even political organizations. This is what a RICO crime is. Like, I just wanted to go into that, a RICO crime, because it's a big deal, and then people don't even know what a RICO crime is, and it's a big fucking deal, and these people need to do their job. Do their job. It's organized crime, and everyone is a part of it, and no one does anything. So I'm gonna go into the RICO. This is just the RICO, and then I'm gonna make another video for the other stuff. Leave with love. Bye.